If we continue with the uses of the present perfect form, we find that the third use is to express duration of actions that started in the past and are still valid in the present. They continue up to the present. So, when we ask about duration of these actions, we use the WH question word, how long. So, for example, we can say, how long have you lived in that house? If we want to answer to these type of questions and we want to give information about the duration of an action starting in the past and continuing up to the present, we can use for or since. So if we have a question like how long has she lived in that house, we can answer it in two different ways and say she has lived in that house for 80 years or she has lived in that house since 1940. We are really expressing the same idea, but we are using two different words, for and since. What is the difference between them? So when we have for, we express the quantity of time that that action has been performed for. So it can be 1 year, 5 days, a long time, ages, and so on. But if we use since, we use a specific time, and it is the moment when the action started to be performed. So, for example, we can have 1999, last Monday, 4 o'clock, or even a phrase like I was 5 years old. If you see at this diagram, you can see the difference between using since and for. So, if we use since, we specify this moment in the past when the action started, and we mean that the action has been performed up to now. If we use for, we refer to this quantity of time beginning when the action started up to the present. Two other examples. Alice and Dan have been married for 6 days. Alice and Dan have been married since Saturday. So they mean the same, but with for we use quantity of time, 6 days. With since we use the specific moment when the action started. My grandfather has had his mobile phone for 24 years. My grandfather has had his mobile phone since 1996. So again, for followed by a quantity of time, since followed by the specific moment when this action started.